Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's time to unravel everything that has been going on since the beginning that when we came here. Um, in the beginning we went to a hostel in Milan. The idea was to live there until we would get an apartment, but it didn't turn out to be so easy. I will have to make another blog post about how to find an apartment in Italy because it's a challenge. Anyway, so I was volunteering there, and at the same time we were looking for an apartment. Sorry, the sun is making me teary-eyed. Yeah, the intention was to stay in the hostel just for a little while, but it turned out to be a 3-month marathon. And not only that hostel, but then also another hostel in Sicily. But in the end, we managed to get an apartment. I'm filming this from our porch. As you can see, my background. This is a really nice little alley. Actually, it's one of the main roads that tourists use when they are going to Ibla, to the Duomo, to the big church. And we have a lot of carnivals and people coming to see the church that is behind me there, this one. It's not operational, but there's a lot of school groups and tourist groups that come to see that. I don't know the significance. We live so close by that I have never found out why, what is the historical meaning or story behind this church. But anyway, so in this road, these groups often walk, and this is also one of the walking routes that you can go to Ibla and back to the center. So we have some traffic here. What I didn't realize is that there are so many people who are living in hostel in full time and in long term. We had, for example, a single mother from South America who was living there with her 3 children, and she had been there for a year and a half while she was waiting for the Comune of Milano to give her an apartment. And this is how long she had been in the queue to wait for one. And then there was another lady in her 40s. She was there to run away from her damage from her house. She had a water damage and the roof had collapsed or something, and they were working on her house, and so she was staying in the hostel. And also some other people who were not so well off. They had drug problems or alcohol problems or something like that. But there's also a group of students. Like, it seems to be very, very common in Italy that people end up living in hostels because they just can't find an apartment. And this is particularly true in the bigger cities. So there was a group of students and we became quite tight. They were also volunteering, so by working in the hostel they are paying off part of the rent or the accommodation. And there was a specific room of 6 people that was all just volunteers, and they were living there for free against working 4 hours every day. So this is completely a new lifestyle for me. I never knew that this kind of thing exists because we don't have this kind of problem in Finland. We always have houses, maybe in the capital area where the rents are really expensive. You cannot find affordable housing, but there is still a certain amount of apartments that is allocated for student use, and there is student housing organizations that maintain and rent out apartments for students. So, well, this is Italy. Anyway, this is shortly what I wanted to talk about, the beginning of our journey. We were staying in Milan, but we quickly realized that renting in Milan is quite impossible. The rents are everything from 600 to 1,500, depending on the location and the quality or the standard of the apartments. I think I found only one apartment that was 420 euros or something. So that would have been within our budget. So, but I was not able to call them. We were not able to call them because obviously we didn't speak Italian. So that is another obstacle. But I think I'm going to make another video about how to find an apartment in Italy because it's a challenge. There are some websites that offer this volunteering experience if you want to try it. I found this place through Hostel, and the other volunteers were from Workaway. And if you look for volunteering platforms, you will find them through Google. And usually how it works is that you can register as a single person or a couple or friends, a group of friends, I mean 2 friends, and you pay the membership fee. I think I paid 34 or 35 euros for 1 year, and then you are able to browse and contact the locations where you would like to volunteer. That's it for today. Enjoy the view while you can. I'll be logging off now. See you later.